Yo, party people, what's poppin', man? Hey, man, we normally don't go live on Fridays, but we in the building, you know what I'm saying? Appreciate everybody that's watching. Do me a favor, we are streaming live to YouTube. We are streaming live to Instagram. I'm streaming live to TikTok. If you can hear me, drop a 1 in the comments. Let go. How did I get live? Let go. Tell me, how did I get live? Yo, what's going on, party people? You know what I'm saying? Holla at your boy. Drop a 1 if you can hear me. Listen, let me know what your sin of the day is, and let me know what you're watching, where you're watching from. We're streaming on YouTube. I'm also streaming to the shorts. I'm streaming on Instagram, and we also streaming on TikTok. Let's go. Come on. Somebody tell me, how did I lie? What y'all know about that? You know what I'm saying? Let's go. Let's get it. I see y'all in the building. Bert, what's good with you? What's good with you, baby? What's good? What's good? What's good? My guy John, what's poppin' with you? Larry, what's good with you? Hey, what's this, 5 days in a row? We 5 in a row? Let go, let go, let go. Shout out to everybody that's watching over on TikTok. Can't call it chat. What's good, Florida boy? F9, 9 p.m. night out. What's poppin' with you? Come on, you know what I'm saying? Let's get some of that Leon Thomas in your life. Come on, baby, let's go. Hey, I know it's warm outside. I know some of y'all outside on this Friday night, you know what I'm saying? But I'm trying to give you some content. So drop a 1 if you can hear me. Let me know what your sin of the day is, and let me know where you're watching from. Let's get it. She said, take your time. What's the rush? Nah. I said, baby, I'm a dog, I'm a blunt. I said, baby, I'm a dog, I'm a blunt. Good Friday, good Friday, good Friday. Smooth, what's good with you? Live on a Friday, man. Hey, I got 5 on it. I got 5 on it. Shout out to everybody that's watching on TikTok. Shout out to everybody that's watching on IG. Shout out to everybody, you know what I'm saying, that's watching on YouTube Shorts. Let's go, let's go, let's go. What's poppin' with you? Oh, she said take your time. Yeah. I'm supposed to be home, but I had a lot of work to get done today, so I'm going home first thing in the morning. Yeah. Yeah, bro, we gotta bring the show. We gotta bring the talk shows to life, you know what I'm saying? Vintage radio in the building. I got ones. Hey, YouTube does need to fix their notifications, but hey, bro, you here. That's all that matters. Shout out to the audience, you know what I'm saying? I got the loudest audience in the building. Hey, I wish I could sing like Tony. I wish. Yeah! She said, take your time. What's the rush? Oh, it's a good Friday. It's a good Friday night. Kicks in the building. We got that Chanel a little on. Let's go. Absolutely, man. It's a good Friday. He lives. Yeah. Because he lives. I can face tomorrow. Hey man, that's 5 days in a row though. That's 5 days in a row. That's 5 days in a row. That's 5 days in a row, man. That's 5 days in a row. We got that Black Sapphire. Hey, Kicks, how you feel about it? How you feel about it? Everybody that's watching, you know what I'm saying, over on TikTok, I appreciate you guys tuning in. I know you can't see me yet, but here I go right here. I appreciate you guys tuning in over on TikTok, you know what I'm saying? Drop a 2 if you can see me. What in the world is going on tonight over here, bro? We got too much that's happening. I got too much that's happening. Well, I'm over here trying to reformat shows and all kind of stuff, and I'm like, what I got going on, man? Stuff just ain't acting right. Y'all know how it be, man. Y'all know how it be. All right, I think we good right there. What's poppin'? What's poppin'? What's poppin'? What's poppin'? What's good with y'all, man? Watching from the nation's capital. Shout out to DC in the building. Shout out to everybody that's watching. Hey, here's the crazy part. I always mess up because I forget to hit the go live button on IG. You know, the thing about IG, you got to hit that joint twice. You know what I'm saying? Yo, shout out to everybody that's watching on IG. We're streaming live to YouTube, streaming live to IG. I'm streaming live to YouTube Shorts. We're streaming live to TikTok. What's good with you? It's a good Friday. Kim Tindo, I see you. What's upper? What's upper? Monica, what's popping with you? I hope you guys have had an amazing Friday. I hope your weekend is going well, but we can get started here in a second. I know it's loud. This is how we start our lives, yo. This is how we start our lives, yo. For those of you who are tuning in for the first time, I know y'all like, what in the world is going on? Yeah, this is how we get it popping. Hey. 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 Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Hey. 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 Tell the band to crank them horns, yo. It's a good Friday, man. Now make some noise for Jesus. That's what I'm talking about, yo. Hey, man, good Friday to each and every one of y'all. And let's bring back the vibes, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody that's watching for the first time, you know what I'm saying? Welcome to The Bridge. I am your host. Some of you know me as Walt. Some of you know me as Dub. Some of you know me as the Bishop. But welcome to The Bridge with yours truly. They call me Fat Boy Finesse because we're fly at all times. Did y'all know that's what FAT stands for? It's actually an acronym. It's fly at all times. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, welcome to The Bridge, man, where we make connections that make sense. I am your concierge. I am your flight attendant. I am your liaison. I am your pilot. We're going to take you from the fragrance industry to the fragrance community 5 days in a row. This is the 5th live, yo. Yesterday live was kind of crazy. It didn't really go well, you know what I'm saying, like it was supposed to, man. But again, y'all, everybody on YouTube, y'all know how we do. Shout out to everybody that's watching on TikTok. Shout out to everybody that's watching on IG, man. Yeah, I should be streaming live to both platforms. So do me a favor, wherever you're watching it, hit that like button. That's your way to tell a friend, 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 to tell a friend. That Fat Boy Finesse is live again. All right, I'm excited. Calm down, Walt. It's all right. It's all right, because they're going to start to ask you, why you yelling? Why you yelling? MK9 Boy says, Reef 33 is about to get delivered. That's what I'm talking about. Scent Boss, what's good? Currently watching and working. Scent of the day decision by Amwaj. I appreciate that. Let's go. Trinidad in the building. Let's go. Love the content, my boy, down here in Fort Stewart, Georgia, but from High Point. Okay. You Fantasia cousin. All right, that's what I'm talking about. Gilly so silly. Suspiro vibrato layered with a, ooh, that's crazy. I know the compliments is crazy with that. Upload a second video now. Big inspiration. Let's go, my guy. That's what I'm talking about, you know what I'm saying? Let's go. Crazy work. Shout out to the crazy work, man. This guy. Shout out to everybody that be like, man, why this guy uploading content? This guy. Why he want to talk about fragrances? This guy. Why he want to know what a parfum is? This guy. Why he want to talk about the extras? This guy. Why he don't buy Louis Vuitton? This guy. Why he only like parfums to Marley? This guy. Why he only buy clones?
Ooh, he got baptized.
You've officially been baptized, my guy, so. It's that splat.
That's that splat.
Boy, we own one tonight, man. So I appreciate all y'all guys watching, man. Ralph, what's good with you? Appreciate you stopping through. You know what I'm saying? John in the building. The energy here is crazy. It's a good Friday, man. I'm going to tell you why the energy is crazy. If you think I'm hyped now, we're getting ready to turn up. Shout out to LJ over on TikTok who said, I bought Latifah Amir because of you and it's a banger. Hey, that's what I'm talking about, man. That's what I'm talking about right there. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Hey, man, we 5 days straight. I've been live 5 days straight. Can we keep the party going? That's the real question. Can we keep the party going? You know what I'm saying? Like, we trying to do some things, you know? But I appreciate you guys tuning in, man. Look. Shout out to my guy. Hey, let me tell you something. Chris, CDW for yo. So Chris sent me a message, right? Chris sent me a message, and Chris is from Atlanta. Stopped by the hair depot and gave him all his money. Y'all see what he said, right? Hey, Chris, did they take care of you? Bobby Polite over on TikTok. What's good with you, my guy? Hope all is well.
Ooh, he got baptized.
650.
Crazy work.
650.
Crazy work.
650.
Crazy work.
Sound like a credit score.
Crazy work.
650.
Crazy work.
Some of y'all car payments.
Crazy work.
That's crazy.
Crazy work.
But I ain't mad at it.
Crazy work.
Hey, bro, y'all out here getting it. Y'all out here getting it. We got New Jersey in the building. You know what I'm saying? We got that Nazar Tropical. What is Tropical Paradise? Bro, you know something I don't know. You mean Royal Paradise? We got Royal Paradise, and then he just dropped Mango Paradise. So you got Royal Paradise, and then he just dropped Mango Paradise. Tropical Paradise, you got an exclusive, my guy. Hey, Kick said it. I don't have the bottle in front of me. My bottles and stuff is over there because I'm not really talking about, we're talking about fragrance, but I'm not really talking about a lot of fragrances tonight. But Kick said it's a great fragrance. You know what I'm saying? Get it while the getting is good. Latifah Pride, New York sent. How you like it, Bobby Polite? How you like it? I think it's cool. It's just not French Defense. We got Fakar Black in the building. What's going on, Jarvis? I mean, Frankie, my bad. Hey, next time, Walt, you got to hit us with that Petey Pablo. I got you. Ex Nihilio, Hawash Tropical, B Fragrance. What's going on, man? Shout out to the DMV. All right. Hey, took real good care of me, gave me. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. I have the Ambassador Intense Pretty Beast Mode. That's what's up. Royal Paradise. Okay. Got you. Cold Diva. What's my, hey, so Cold Diva, the whole is they be like, Brandon, what you got on? And so he be like, don't worry about it, sweetheart. Don't worry about it, sweetheart. This that splat. This that splat right there. So I just got the end.
This that splat. That's that splat.
Yo, Gustavo, what's popping with you, Buff? What's good with you? All right. Cold Diva, you in North Carolina? That's crazy. MK, yeah, everybody's been saying, I feel like you said it the last chat. Everybody been saying that. Gasada Ambassador Frostbite, but want a stronger version. I got my decants going. I just mixed Ebony, Mason, and Humber with Hawass Fire. That's Baby Cat DNA. Cook, great. What? Hawass Fire and Baby Cat. Yo, that's crazy. Danny Boy, what's good with you? It's a fire cognac check. Yeah, like Bobby Polite, I think it's cool. It is definitely boozy. It is spicy. On its own, it's a decent fragrance. But to me, you know, people trying to compare it, you know what I'm saying, to French Defense, I'm like, because of the nutmeg, the black pepper, and the cognac is very strong. It's its own thing. Bad Boy Le Parfum, you know what I'm saying? 1 million lucky. It's a cool day where I am right now. Goes well with a streetwear fit for sure. For sure. Man, I appreciate all of y'all. I appreciate all of y'all. I appreciate all of y'all. So, yeah, IG, I told y'all I was going to make sure the show was formatted for y'all correctly. VT, what's good with you? VT, are you with me? Oh, yeah. All right. So, talk to me nice. My bad, y'all. All right, so I'm getting ready to run my disclaimer. Because I got a question for y'all. Shout out to my guy VT. You guys know him as Uncommon Sense. We was chopping it up today, having a conversation. And I'm asking y'all a question, and I want you to start dropping your comments. So if you're watching on IG, if you're watching on YouTube, whether you're watching on Shorts or whether you're watching on Landscape, or if you're watching on TikTok, what makes a good fragrance content creator? We gonna say influencer. What makes a good fragrance influencer? What now? Again, I know there's a difference between content creator and reviewer and influencer and hobbyist. I'm just asking y'all, what makes a great fragrance influencer? What do you need to see from your influencer? I'm gonna tell you what, because we gonna jump into this tonight. We gonna build a fragrance influencer. We gonna build a fragrance influencer. We're gonna do it 2K style. We're gonna do it 2K style. Bobby Polite, I appreciate that, man. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate that. Got TikTok jumping off. This is my second official TikTok live. My second official one. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we gonna be doing this. I'm live every single Monday, but I've been live 5 days straight. 5 days straight. I'm trying to see something. But drop it in the comments. If you're on TikTok, IG, YouTube Shorts, or if you're watching on the regular YouTube, if you're watching on TV, what makes a great fragrance influencer? We're gonna run a disclaimer and then we're gonna get the thing popping. Let's go. The views and the opinions expressed in this program are those of my own and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities I represent or collaborate with. I love fragrance. There will be no clone slander, designer slander, or niche slander. Like what you like, love what you love. Most importantly, don't take my word for it. Get your own nose on it. They gonna trip when they hear this. This guy. Nah, it ain't Jada. It's Fat Boy, but you can call me Walt J. Hey, let's cut up for a little bit. Here we go. That boy crazy. Call me Mr. Elixir. My nose is something sinister. I'm stone cold like a tombstone. I'm a finisher. Finisher. A fragrance that a finisher. Preaching about these oils like they holy. I'm a minister. Trying to set the record straight. Curve is the real king. Still got love for Grease. Savage make them girls free. Can't forget that 1 million got me feeling real lucky. Call me Fat Boy, but don't test me. It can get ugly. I'm trying to find a new cologne. I don't really know where to go. That boy out here singing, boy. Crazy work. Hey, get him again, Fat Boy. I'm a real fragrance reviewer from niche to designers. You can never clone Fat Boy. I know that's right. I'm rocking with the czar and my homegirls, the oil lady. Paris, Milan, a little tougher than my other ladies. Renaissance man, though I never been to Harlem. Love a New York night like a crook, love a bond man. Belling out the game, but don't call me a savior. Casting out these phonies, call me a demon slayer. In the words of my brother Dedra Hicks, positive vibes only. Positive vibes only. Why does that keep doing that? What is going on? What is going on? What is going on? Y'all got me tripping up tonight, man. I gotta fix that. We'll worry about it later. I gotta fix it. It's driving me crazy. It drives me crazy. All right. Shout out to everybody in case you missed it. Welcome to the bridge. I appreciate everybody that's watching on TikTok, everybody that's watching on IG, everybody that's watching on YouTube. I got some responses coming in. So if you're coming in for the first time, you already know what to do. Drop a 1 if you can hear me, drop a 2 if you can see me. If you've already done it, you don't have to do it again. Let me know what your sin of the day is. Let me know where you're watching from. I'm gonna give you my sin of the day real quick. I took it back. You know what I'm saying? So it was pretty warm outside. It was a beautiful day today. This wasn't a beautiful day in history. You know, today is Good Friday. We don't force religion or politics on people over here. But I am a proud Christian believer in Jesus Christ. And this is a time that we celebrate. Some of you're celebrating Passover. Some of us, you're celebrating Good Friday. This is the period we recognize as the death, burial, and the resurrection of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. And so we call it Good Friday, but it was really an ugly day. It was an ugly day. I'm not going to get into it because I got some things I want to talk about, but it was an ugly day, and I'm grateful it's a Good Friday because it was an ugly day for him. It was a bad day for him, an amazing day that we reflect on. And so today it was a beautiful day outside. I wanted to go with something super soapy. I wanted to go with something super clean. So I decided to go with the Al Haramain Amber Oud Aqua Dubai. Y'all already know, you know what I'm saying? When it comes to, summertime, warm, spring, whatever, This is one of them ones. But I wanted to sweeten it up just a little bit. Now, I could have layered it with a Full House, but I decided to pull out an Old Faithful that we talked about last year, that I've been wearing a little bit more as of late here, that some of y'all probably thought I forgot about. Dumont Soprano Ice. Man, look at that bottle though. Look at that juice. This looked like the spit in the cooler. This looked like that medulla oblongata, man. When the water boy got knocked out, this looked like the water that she gave him. But shout out to that crazy combination that I absolutely love there. That was the scent of the day. But so we got some people said, shout out to Phase 3 Facts on TikTok that said no used car salesman vibes. I love that. I love that. No used car salesman vibes. Let me look over here at IG to see what the people on IG is saying. IG, nobody saying anything. All right. But as it relates specifically to YouTube, let's see what you guys are saying here in the chat. All right. Twan, I see you. I need the best lavender fragrance. Well, any recommendations? Ooh, specifically lavender? Ask Dutch. Because lavender is really is a designer type of thing. I don't know what you're looking for though. But Polo 67 got something cooking for real. Just got Polo 67 Extreme, the EDT, the EDP. Yeah, they're all fire. Agreed. No, I have not. But okay. So no used car salesman vibe said Phase 3 Facts. I appreciate that on TikTok. Bobby Polite said unbiased opinions and vivid descriptive detail with personality and experience. Bobby Polite, we gonna be the best of friends. We gonna be the best of friends. We gonna be the best of friends. We gonna be the best of friends because I love that. Twizzy said personality, energy, and creativity. Danny Boy said just being yourself and giving real opinion. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay. All right. Mr. Whammy says entertaining and truthful and as detailed as possible. Okay. 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 All right. All right. And shout out. Somebody said the sound was gone over on TikTok. All right, I'm gonna make sure that's straight. All right, we should be good now. Yo, if y'all can't hear me, let me know. I see y'all responding, so I think y'all can hear me, but appreciate that, P. Let's see. What other responses we got? Fragrance Barber, what's good with you? So Mr. Whammy, entertaining and truthful, as detailed as possible. Xlo Fishing says, I like honesty and genuine personal feedback. Okay, honesty and genuine personal feedback. I'm with it. I'm with it. I'm with it. I'm with it. I'm just trying to check something real quick, y'all. Hold on. I'm trying to see how this is popping up because I don't like the way. And I'm doing stuff on the fly. All right. Sherry says, I like originality. I don't like followers. Okay. Okay. I'm picking up with, look, I'm picking up what you're putting down. I like originality. I don't like followers. I like originality. I don't like followers. And I'm just trying to make sure the comments are formatted so y'all can see because you got the regular chat. So I'm gonna fix it in a minute. JC says personality. Let me just do this right here. JC says personality. Brian DeDon says just smell the best to fit your vibe. I like that. I like that. I like that. Just being yourself and giving your real opinion. Okay. Okay. Polo 67 EDT at Ross for $54 a cop. I'm not. That's. I'm not, man. I feel like you can get that for cheaper. I'm not. What, a 4.2? Polo 67 is good. Even the EDT is still good. I got a super chat. Gilly So Silly. Someone who doesn't say everything smells like blue body wash or bubble gum. Cough, cough. Hey, Gilly, I know exactly what you're talking about. I know exactly what you're talking about. Jay Lee says an initial reaction and a month or more later review to determine how it changes over time. I'm with it. I'm with it. I'm with it. Personality and good quality video presentation. I'm with it. Alberto says, I feel like consistency and originality makes a good fragrance influence. I'm with you. Listen, y'all are giving some great responses. I need other people to see these responses, so I need you to hit that like button. I got 77 people watching. I should be at least 50 likes because this is a great conversation that other people need to be tuned into. And you're going to love how I flip this in a second. You're going to love how I flip this in a second. I told you, we bringing creativity to life. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to everybody that's watching. But Musamum, I see you, Mr. Whammy, Musamum Intense. Let's see if anybody else is saying anything on IG. Okay. Jay Wavy says, I've been watching you since I made content for Cologne. I appreciate that. Wheel, what's good? Apex Intense, Latafa Affection, and Bade Alrose. Yo, so those of you who are watching on IG that are part of the conversation, I need y'all to comment. What do you feel makes a good fragrance influencer? I know there's a difference between influencer, reviewer, content creator, hobbyist, all of that. I'm just gathering where we are, what the expectations are in the people. And then I'm gonna give you what my expectations are. I appreciate you guys. Cold Diva, I see you. Gris Chanel, beautiful fragrance. Givenchy, Gentleman Sports Society. I got it. Gems, I'm trying, bro. We trying to do something. We trying to do something, man. We trying to do something 5 days straight. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So y'all watch fragrance content. What do you want to see? What do you hate? What do you love? What do you not like? You know what I'm saying? That's what I want to know. Just mix the Decant Aqua Dubai mix with RDV. Nah, that is crazy. How long have we been live? 28 minutes. 28 minutes. Kev, what's good with you, my guy? Sin of the day, Animalica by Ventia. Okay. Indefinite. A good fragrance influencer gives as accurate a description of the fragrance as possible without any bias. They are able to recognize and or criticize clone houses, designers, or niche houses equally. You know what? Boy, stop. Nah, I'm playing Indefinite. Nah, you win. You win right there. Crazy work. That definition right there. That's splat right there.
Ooh, he got baptized.
That's it right there. Country Sense says, don't like note readers. On TikTok, just say what you actually smell. I'm with you. You know, yeah, I'm with you because we can all read. Indefinite, I love that description. Larry says honesty. Carr says a good fragrance influencer has passion and talks about fragrances that they actually wear being real. Ali, what's good with you, my guy? You got Versace Mano Fresh? Yes, I do. Coolin'. Yeah, I do Coolin' with Sosa. OG. You talking about the OG or you got the new joint? Jeremy, my guy, what's good with you? Hey, Jeremy, what do you feel like makes a great fragrance influencer? I need your opinion. You a GOAT in this space. You a OG in this space. What do you feel like makes a great fragrance influencer? Ali, I need you to answer the question. HBK, yo, I appreciate you, man. Yeah, I appreciate you. I appreciate you coming through. Transparency and relatability. All right. Carr says they also need some personality and character. All right, y'all, we this is gonna be good tonight. Edward says, I feel a good fragrance should be structured. Take certain days to review classics, take certain days to review dupes, designers, and so on. Allow for multiple audiences to exist on this platform. Shea Butter, what's good with you? I love it. Also a fragrance reviewer that builds fits around fragrances or chooses fragrances around fits. I love the lifestyle approach. Will, I see you. Center of the day, Apex Intense. Clarity in light of camera, touch grass, going outside to test fragrance. I love it. Rav says, what makes a good fragrance influencer? A fragrance head who can be an influencer, a reviewer dedicated to talking about perfumes, regardless of the prices, and avoids drama and engaging with trolls or hatred. Hey, we got some work to do. Crazy work. We got some work to do. You're not lying. You're not lying. Oh, we got another super chat from Gilly. You know what I'm saying? Someone who doesn't just read off a Fragrantica notes to us like we in pre-K and just says that's really nice, really good. Hey, bro. All right. My name Bennett, and I ain't in it. Shout out to everybody that's watching, man. Will, so we're building a fragrance influencer tonight. We going 2K style on them. Jims, you was at an event? How was it? CDW, good personality, consistency, being relatable. You have to know your audience. Some of these content creators go so far down the rabbit hole that most can't relate or afford the fragrances. Yeah. I love this. Is a good one, LD. This is a good one. Give starters grace. Focus on how they improve with every video they post. That is so true, because I always talk about this, and this is something I've had to remind myself of. Ali, you can vouch for this. I just talked about this the other day. Everybody has to start from somewhere. And I want people to just be cognizant, because what happens is some people are afraid to create content because of what LD just said. We don't give enough grace. Now, I think with grace comes responsibility. We're not going to have Bible study tonight, but the Bible talks about that. You know what I'm saying? Shall we remain in sin that grace may abound? Basically, it's don't take advantage of the grace. There should, like you said, we should see the improvement. We should see the growth. I am not the same person that I was when I first started creating content. Let's take fragrance out of it. The content creator I was over a decade ago. First of all, I've been a content creator since before, when Facebook first started, when YouTube first started. When I say I'm true to this, bro, we was doing skits and all kind of stuff back in 05. If I had the foresight, God, I ain't gonna get onto that because I'm gonna get mad. So, but everybody got to start from somewhere. And I don't want new people coming into the space to be discouraged. But I also want you to hold yourself to a level of accountability to understand that if you gonna talk about this fragrance deserves your best. Whatever your best is, give it your best. We're gonna talk about that. I love this conversation. KE smells good. What's good with you? I see you. Crew Lamar, I see you. Rayhan Aquatica Pacific Shield, crazy. All right, so Jeremy says, personality, transparency, and overall love for the game. Create your own lane and push it forward. I love it, my brother. I love it. Ali, the ability to tell a story. Trustworthiness and storytelling over reviewing. Yo. Jar, what's good? Put you on the oil lady. Yeah, shout out to my oil lady. All right. Hey, Gustavo, I appreciate you stopping through, fam. I appreciate you stopping through. Parmesan says, I can't stand when an influencer goes off the rails about some idiot's comment. It comes off petty and cringe. There's a level to that, Parmesan. I'm guilty of that. All right. I'm guilty of that to a degree. And I just talked about that the other day, how to respond to critics and comments. There are three ways you can do it. You can either ignore it completely, which is what most people would rather do. But here's the reality of it. People that don't create content, they always say, hey, don't worry about that. It's easier said than done. That is something you literally will never, ever perfect. You just get to the point where you deal with it and you learn, you see it, you're a human. Because you never want to become so numb to something that you don't acknowledge it, that you don't recognize it, but you got to deal with it and keep it moving. That goes back to the grace conversation. Now, I do feel like some people go overboard, but here's the number two thing. You can do it. You can Jerry Jones it. Jerry Jones, the school of marketing, I say it all the time. All press is good press, even bad press, because it keeps me in the press. You know what I'm saying? So you can flip it. Hey, I appreciate you. You're benefiting my engagement. I appreciate you commenting. That really pisses people off because they're gonna comment back. Because some people want to say things to get a reaction out of you. Some people want to be featured on your platform. All right. Then number 3, every once in a while, you do got to let somebody know. You do got to let somebody know. Boy, stop. You do got to let somebody know.
This guy.
You do got to let somebody know.
This guy.
I got time today.
This guy.
Who you talking to?
This guy.
You wouldn't say that to my face.
This guy.
You a Twitter thug.
This guy.
You hard on the internet.
This guy.
Come on, bro.
That's split.
Every now and then. Boy, stop. You got to tell them to stop. Every now and then, you got to let people know. You know what I'm saying? There are ways you can do that too. But I agree with you. Some people definitely do take it overboard. K Smells, yeah, sometimes, yeah, a lot of, it's easy for people to say, hey, let that roll off your back. You don't do this. You don't do it. That takes time. I mean, when I say that takes time, that takes time. So I always tell people who are new and coming into the space who want to be content creators, regardless of whether it's Fragcom or other things, yo, if you can't deal with criticism, justified or not, get off. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. I need to catch the next restock of Frostbite. Is it worth the hype? Hey, bro. This one of those fragrances. If you just hate on it, I mean, that's your opinion. I think it's worth the hype. So you can go to Neeb's website or go to Fragflex or wherever and just sign up so you can be notified by email. Just put your email address in there so you'll be notified. All right. Will says, depends on my mood and I watch for different reasons. Sometimes it's just to support the family. Sometimes it's for entertainment. I now watch to get the notes and vibes to see if it's worth me testing. Yeah. Yeah. I like street interviews. Yeah. 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 I've been trying to put people on pitch. Right. Okay. 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 Hey, your name Bennett. We're not finna start this. All right. Y'all, I'm gonna go back because y'all dropping some crazy. Y'all, I totally agree. Ignore or respond or engage fully. If you choose the latter, it shows you have a lot of free time. Time is valuable. Use it on you. Exactly. I agree. Because Raph, we talked about that. Jesus will leave the 99 for the one. Content creators, that's not your calling. Don't forsake the 99 that rock with you for the one that's really trying to get under your skin. Hemi, I want to sing you my fragrance, cashmere, and sugar to get your thoughts on it. Let's do it. Let's do it, man. Let's do it. All right. Yeah, shoot me a message on TikTok. Shoot me a message on TikTok. I appreciate everybody that's engaging on TikTok. All right. Let's make this thing interactive, yo. Hold on. Let me do something real quick. How can I can't do that. I can't do that. Hold on. Let me do this. Let me do this. I'm about to get a copyright strike like a mug, boy. Let's do this. Let's do this real quick. We gonna build an influencer tonight. VT, Ali, Dez. I blame this on y'all. Let's talk about the build, man. Let's talk about the build. We going 2K on them tonight, man. We going 2K on them. And now, introducing your Chicago Bulls. I'm weak. All right. Okay. Honest to God, I can't take much more of this Bulls music. All right. It's cool. It's getting a little bit nauseating. And I'm like, all right, that's enough. I just want to be extra. And y'all ain't tell me this junk was playing out my speakers. Y'all did not tell me this junk was playing out my speakers. I know my neighbors is like, what the heck does he have going on? All right. I know they like, what does he have going on? All right. You see it there on the screen. What is your fragrance influencer build for all of my people that play 2K. I promise you, on everything I love, Ali, put in the chat, if I'm lying, I'm flying. VT asked a question. I started answering the question. And then I was like, I gotta bring this to my audience. We gotta talk about this. I was like, we have to have this conversation. We gotta have this conversation. So basically, me and ChatGPT got together because this was within the last couple of hours. I was at the store. I was in Sephora walking around. And so I had to put this, I was like, I'm going home. I don't have time. I could have designed this myself. I didn't have time. I'm like, chat, this is what I want. Let's do it. All right. So y'all can see me right here. So we'll go back to the thumbnail. So let's run through this so I can show you everything that we got going on. And everything is based on, Archetype. So I want you to see, do you identify yourself? All of my creators, everybody that is a content creator, do you identify yourself with any of these archetypes? There are 5 archetypes. Really, there's 4, but y'all know I call I'm the bridge. But 5 archetypes that I'm coming up with. You got the educator. This is the person that teaches the game at the highest level. You got the entertainer. This is the person that owns the room and that makes fragrance fun. This is the sales sniper. They are built to convert and not just talk. They can talk you out of your jaws. You got the collector. They live the lifestyle and they fuel the culture. And then you got the bridge builder. They connect the industry and they move the culture. All right. So these are the archetypes. So where do you identify yourself for all of my creators? I want you to start thinking. You know what I'm saying? Thinking about the builds, thinking about the badges, you know, all of that. You know, are you going to get the Hall of Fame Break It Down badge? Are you going to get that gold Say Less badge? Are you going to get that silver Trust Me badge? Are you going to get that Add to Cart badge? Are you going to get that Main Character badge? Are you going to get that Wave Rider badge? Or you going to get that Day One badge? You're going to get that Trust Me badge. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to make sure that visually that y'all understood. Look, that I'm going to steal it from you, VT, that I was picking up what, you know, that y'all picking up what I'm putting down. All right, so let's deal with the attributes. Let's deal with the attributes. Hopefully y'all can see everything, but let's deal with the attributes. 10 attributes, really. There are 7 main ones, but it's really 10. You know what I'm saying? I know they're not necessarily all numbered. Blame that on chat. I don't know what chat had going on. You know, chat was doing his own thing, but it should be 10 total, but you can see it there. So number 1, you got scent knowledge. Scent knowledge, this is somebody, this is basically like your IQ. This your IQ, okay? What's your understanding of notes, the accords, the perfumers, the houses, the history? You have the ability to explain why something smells the way that it does. And people that have a high scent IQ, they educate, not just describe. So you know how in terms of NBA, we talk about people like LeBron has a high basketball IQ, all right? Number 2 is nose development. This is your sensory skill. You have the ability to actually pick up notes accurately. Like when you smell a fragrance, you can pick up on what's in that. You have the ability to distinguish between quality versus synthetic versus blended accords. All right. Basically, those who excel in this, you can smell what other people don't smell. You can smell what other people miss. All right. So if we was playing 2K, this is your green, this is your, the green joint. I can't remember what it is. Your green meter, your shot meter, your timing, your precision. All right. Number 3 is going to be communication. All right. This is your verbal, your own camera presence. How clearly and confidently do you articulate your thoughts? What is your delivery? What is your tone? What is your storytelling? What is your flow? People that excel in this, can people feel what it is you're saying? These are all my playmakers. This is so if you are strong in communication, you a playmaker. You probably gonna be a point guard. It's like the quarterback on the field. You probably gonna be a point guard. You know what I'm saying? Number 4, let's hurry up and get through this. Authenticity. Do people believe what you're saying? Number 5, entertainment. Do you have charisma, humor, personality, energy? Do you have the ability to make content enjoyable even if the viewer is not buying? To Will's point, I ain't buying this, but I'm gonna watch it because it's entertainment. You know what I'm saying? Number 6, consistency. Posting schedule, reliability, showing up, staying active even when views fluctuate. Algorithm and audience, does it trust you? This is all about stamina, all right? This is your stamina meter. Number 7, production quality, your visuals, your editing, your camera, your lighting, your thumbnails, your B-roll, your sound. Your content looks like a brand and not just a hobby, all right? Number 8, market awareness. This is your trend IQ. Knowing what's hot, clones, Middle Eastern, the niche waves. Understanding what your audience wants versus what you like. I tell y'all this all the time. People that excel in content creation, you create content for your audience, not for yourself. You create content for your audience, not for yourself. All right. Number 9, conversion power. This is your ability to influence or what your sales ability is. Can you actually move product? Can you turn interest into action? Do brands get a ROI on PR? So everybody is crying, talking about something. I want PR. I want PR. I want PR. I want PR. Yeah, but are they going to get their money back? Are they going to get an ROI on their investment? Because PR is an investment. All right. And then number 10, community building, engagement, loyalty, live streams, comments, DMs, inside jokes, culture. Are you creating a movement or do you just have viewers? This is team chemistry. Do you make people feel like they're a part of something? Do you make people feel like they're a part of something? So if we go back to the archetypes, so let's look at the archetypes. Those are the attributes that make up all of these archetypes. So you're either an educator, you're either an entertainer, you're either a sales sniper, you're either a collector, or you're either the bridge builder. All right. So I want to see what y'all are saying. I'm looking at the comments now. All right. Jim said we got plenty of grace, but the mercy is limited. This is facts. Okay. Hold on. KB, I see you. I came for the thumbnail title. Hey, appreciate that. Okay. Hard body, what's good with you? Okay. First attribute should be that they are independently wealthy, so they don't need PR or gifted bottles. Yeah. All right. Colossus says, hey, you can choose whatever you want to. You choose. I just want to see where you all identify yourself. And then I want you to use these attributes to start to identify other, like you can start to point out things in other people. You can start, because it's easy for everybody to be like, I'm a two-way player. You know what I'm saying? I'm a 3 and D. I'm a stretch 4. I'm a stretch, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm a floor general, whatever. Like this is not all inclusive, but at the same time, you get the idea. So Jeremy says he's either an entertainer or a bridge builder. Rich Money says he's an entertainer. Bade Al Oud Flagor, it's cool. Scent Code, what's good with you? Entertainer all day. Chat, if you have not checked in with Shay about her butters, facts. Jim says, I don't know which I am. Hey, what do y'all think? What do you say? Who do you say? And Scent Code, I think that's a good thing. But if you had to put things together, see, I'm presenting you with something, and this is a content idea. You run with it, take it. You know how we do tag videos or whatever? Run with it. I just want to create the conversation because it's like, what expectations do you have from people? Hey, YouTube, I'm gonna tell you something. I got 11,000 likes on TikTok. Y'all sloppy over here on YouTube, bro. Y'all slouching. Y'all slouching right now. Y'all slouching. These people done hit this like button 11,000 times. And they ain't had but 159 people come through. So y'all slouching on YouTube. I just want to tell y'all that. Eddie says, Walt, you got time to make all this? I did not have time to do this today. Bro, we were literally just having this conversation. VT sent a message and that was it. All right. I just love purchasing fragrances, smelling them, and letting people know about them. So, Scent Code, you would be the collector. All right. So let's go Scent Code. To me, you would fall in this category. No, that's the bridge builder. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Let's do something. Give me 1 second. Because this is not right. Bridge builder. This is supposed to be collector. Give me a second. Not y'all messing stuff up. Here we go. Here it is. All right, it's the fourth one, and then this one is supposed to be collector. All right, based on what you just described to me, I would consider you to be a collector. As you just said, you just love purchasing fragrances, smelling them, and letting people know about them. So I would give you the collector archetype. I'm gonna go back and read to y'all what the collector archetype, what it consists of. All right. Y'all can see it there. You can see it there on the screen though. You can see it right there on the screen. Now, you may have a difference of opinion regarding this. Again, but this you know, I put this work in. But nah, Eddie, this is when you understand how to use AI. Like when I'm like, yo, it's like 5 o'clock or it's like 6 o'clock, whatever time it was. And my brain done been like, oh my God, this would be a dope discussion. I want to go live as fast as possible, but I do not have the time to design all of this. I would have had to push this back and I'm not gonna, you know what I'm saying? So this when you be like, AI, that's what I'm thinking. All right, here are the archetypes. Let's put this together. I need these graphics, boom. So the archetype, you live the lifestyle and fuel the culture. You gonna add the cart. You're not gonna say a lot. People gonna trust you. You authentic. You got that market awareness. Scent knowledge is gonna be your strength. Nose development is gonna be your strength. Consistency is gonna be your strength. You know what I'm saying? And again, some of y'all take this with a grain of salt because you see some of these repeated multiple times. So like you see consistency there and then you see consistency there again. So yeah, it ain't perfect, but you understand what I'm saying. Bobby Polite says, I take that back. I'm a collector that learns from educators and bridge builders. Heard you. All right, let me go to educator real quick. All right, I think we good here. All right, let's look at educator. let's look at educator. So for the educator, scent knowledge, nose development, consistency, production quality, authenticity, entertainment. So the educator, this is somebody who's well-rounded. I think the educator is well-rounded. They're not necessarily going to give you a lot of entertainment value. They're not necessarily going to give, be the strongest as it relates to consistency. I think the market awareness is off. I think that actually could be higher, especially from an education standpoint. But it's not bad. All right, let's look at, and I'm gonna look at the comments in the section. I just want y'all to get a feel for picking up what we put it down. Let's look at the entertainer. All right, so entertainer, teaching. Oh, this is all wrong. Hold on, I just realized that. Chat, y'all messed this up. Maybe not. But for the entertainer, you know what I'm saying? Humor, personality, energy, making content enjoyable, highlight reel, life of the party. All right. And then you got sniper. You got that sales sniper. I think there's a lot of people want to be this, but this that sales sniper. You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna have the strongest scent knowledge. They're not finna break down a fragrance. Their nose development may not even be, and some people have the ability, but we're talking about what are gonna be the strongest attributes. But they know everything that's going on in the market. They know what's hot. Brands, and here's the reality of it. Brands love sales snipers. They can say what they want to. Now, niche brands that have been around for a while and they have a strong foundation and footing, you know what I'm saying? They appreciate the sales snipers, but they're not necessarily reaching for them. But these are the people, they're going to get you to add to the cart. They're going to get you to add to the cart. They can talk you out your drawers, all right? We talked about the collector. And then we got the bridge builder. Hold on, give me a second, because again, I already changed this. I don't know what's going on. Give me a second, give me a second, give me a second. Give me a second. All right, bridge builder. All right, and then last one, we got the bridge builder. All right, bet. And this is the bridge builder. Now, to me, I actually didn't come up with this. Chat was like, this would be what I would fall in the category of. I would fall in the category of a bridge builder. I would fall in it like connecting the industry, moving the culture. Yeah. Yeah. Now, Bobby Polite made a comment. Bob, I'm gonna go back to the attribute wheel over here. Bobby Polite made a comment on TikTok saying sales snipers can lead to bad blind buys. The brands don't care about that. Now I'm gonna be honest with you. I might get in trouble for saying that, but if we're gonna keep it real, if we're gonna keep it a buck, and y'all know that's what we do over here. The majority of brand, and it's not just the Middle Eastern brands, because people love to rag on Lattafa, Afnan, Armoff, whatever. Like designers haven't always done this, and like commercial niche companies aren't doing it. You got a lot of niche companies now that hide behind distributors and discounters. So they love to say that they care, but I'm like, the people y'all get to represent you that put these bottles in the hand of certain people, I'm starting to question. But what, so out of the attributes that you have here, I'm asking questions again. Out of the attributes that you have here, What 3 attributes mean the most to you? We could say 5. What 3? Scent knowledge, nose development, communication. Dang, bro. TikTok just cut off my live. Well, I had 11,000 likes. I'm back, TikTok. I'm sorry. I don't know what they was doing. Communication, authenticity, entertainment, conversion, market awareness, consistency, production quality, or community. I want you to list your 3. IG, if you're watching on IG, I want you to participate. YouTube, I want you to list your 3. Mr. Teddy Smell Good, what's popping with you? For those of you who are coming in for the first time, we are building, we're going 2K style. We are building not the perfect, but we are building, I'm gonna just say perfect. We are building what we feel is the perfect influencer. Let me look at the chat real quick, see what y'all talking about. Oh, y'all over here talking about folks. Lord have mercy, Jesus. See, I'm gonna get in trouble. All right, let me go up. Let me go up. All right. Yep, we talked about Butters. All right. Neeb talked about his fragrances, supply chain issues, and international affairs today. Worth a watch if you have. Yeah. Neeb did. I will say Kev beat him to the punch though. Smells like, let me go back to live mode. Smells like the sweet smell of fragrance chaos. Oh, it's gonna be a spicy summer. About time, sneaker history. Dope concept. Appreciate the scent code. Yeah, I'm like everybody borrow this. Okay, bet. Entertainer for show. Okay. JC talking about bench warmer. I want to be a mixture of 2 profiles. My perfect fragrance influencer calls something trash when it's trash. The perfect influencer has an opinion so the viewer can find out if their nose lines up. That builds trust. Okay. Too Strong says he need to score. Don't actually create content of views. A person that connects with others in a genuine way. I respect that. Mondo, what's good with you? Give me educator and collector. I'm with it. Have I tried for by Riffs? Apparently, I haven't opened it yet. I haven't opened it yet. People saying they are. Shout out to everybody that's coming back on TikTok. I appreciate y'all. It did just shut down my live. I think you got to be active in the, like, if you're not active in the studio, it does something crazy. All right. Love giving history. Okay. Educated and entertainer for sure. Okay. Which one leans toward bringing awareness to lesser known brand? That's going to be collector, Mondo. That's definitely going to be the collector. Yeah, that's definitely going to be the collector. Gems is a bridge builder. That's why I'm like, I don't understand why he talking about he don't know who he is. Yeah. I call Gems is the professor. To me, I'm gonna look at Gems as an educator first. Gems is the educator first. But you are definitely the bridge builder because you have connected a lot of pieces in this space. Like, people know you. Like, a lot of people know you, and a lot of people don't know how many people know you and that you actually know. Shout out to everybody that's coming back in on TikTok or whatnot, man. But Mo, what's good with you? All right, just off the base of the educated, entertainer, or collector can get by as a starter. Those 3 are solid because they go hand in hand, except the entertainment, because everybody is not funny. All right. So somebody like Jeremy Fragrance would be an entertainer. I consider Jerry at this point. I consider Jeremy to be an entertainer. Yeah. Quintessential. I do videos, collect, and enjoy the compliments. Okay. Bet. OP. If you ask me about Bade Al Oud, I told you it's good. I don't know why you keep putting the same content. Light blue intense. I have it. I like it. You have to be high tier like Neeb, and even still us black people are not at the top. We have to create our own. Woo! Shucks. Okay. Twizzy. That's real. That's real. Shout out to everybody over that's joining on the TikTok. That's real. It depends, because define the top. We've had people at the top. I think a lot of people forget that King Taffa exists. Now he goes by Prince Taffa now. Bobby, appreciate you coming back. Yeah. But I understand what you're saying by we're not at the top. I think also it's a matter of, this has a lot to do with the algorithm. Because I talk about this all the time. Black people spend the most money, but we are the least represented by brands. This ain't a race thing. So some of y'all, don't y'all get nervous and be like, uh-oh, here we go. He acted like Stephen A. No, these are facts. You can look up the numbers. These are provable and proven statistics. When it comes to beauty, when it comes to fashion, when it comes to luxury, African Americans we are the highest consumers. We spend the most money. But when it comes to representation, we are the least represented. Now, the question is why? The question is why? This is such a good topic. I hate that we can't name drop because somebody might get offended. I name drop. We name drop over here, not to be disrespectful, but we name drop. And would y'all also agree that you can evolve, or that your profile can change as it relates to seasons? Like, to me, let's go back and look at the original. To me, I would put bow tie, because you got to look at a person's career. You got to look at how they start. You got to look at, what they evolved to, and then you got to look at where they are now. I think at this point in bow tie's fragrance career, bow tie is back to being the collector. I think for a little while, bow tie was a sales sniper. I think bow tie is back to being bow tie. Big Beard. I think at this point, Big Beard is an entertainer. I think Big Beard is really leaning into the entertainment style. Dedrick I would put Dedrick somewhere between. Dedrick is a hybrid. Dedrick somewhere between collector and sales sniper. And that's not a bad thing. Because people feel like sales snipers have a negative connotation. Sales snipers don't have to have a negative connotation. Sales sniper means you can convert. You can convert. And Dedrick converts. Dedrick is also gonna be on the collector side, but Dedrick can convert. Yeah. Dedrick can convert. I mean, we don't, bro. Now, one thing, we're not disrespectful. We're honest. Some people get offended by calling names. Now, y'all talking about some, you know what I'm saying, ignoring comments. Like, we grown, we all adults for the most part. We can have an honest conversation or whatever. Cuba, definitely an entertainer. Curly, I would definitely say is a cell sniper. But I'm gonna tell you something about Cuba. Cuba definitely leans on the entertainment. Sebastian, educator. Redolescence is a sales sniping bridge building educator. Redolescence converts. Redolescence converts. Again, we're not, so that's why I said, what if you go back, what 3 attributes do y'all want? Like, not, hold on, that's the wrong one. You give me the 3 attributes that mean the most to you. You can only pick 3. If you was doing a build, I know you want to pick 5, this, that, and the third, but if you could only pick 3, what would your 3 be? What would your 3 be? I love, because I'm getting to see how y'all think. I love this conversation. I love this conversation. What about Gent Sense? Vegas is my guy. Vegas is definitely an educator. Vegas is an educator. Me and Vegas share a lot of the same sentiments. Vegas is an educator. He's really gonna talk about the nuances of the fragrance, especially when it comes to comparing. Like, if you wanna compare, like y'all love the clone versus OG conversation, Vegas is a trusted person in that regard. Vegas is a trusted person in that regard. Yeah. So if I go to Vegas's channel, I'm going to Vegas, you know what I'm saying, for scent knowledge. I'm going to Vegas for communication, and I'm going to Vegas for authenticity. I'm gonna get scent knowledge, I'm gonna get communication, and I'm gonna get authenticity. I'm gonna get that every single time. Cal, respectfully, is a sniper. I'm going to Cal for consistency, and I'm going to Cal for conversion. I'm going to Cal for consistency, and I'm going to Cal for conversion. And I'm gonna go to Cal for production quality. I'm gonna go to Cal for production quality. I'm gonna go to Cal for production quality. Cal's videos are clean. I can't hate on that. I can't hate on that. Where would I place myself? Now, chat said I was a bridge builder. Now, I think they were just playing on the fact that that's how I've kind of built my show. When I came into the space, I wanted to be the educator. When I came into the space, I wanted to be the educator. So if we look back at the builds again, when I came into the space, I wanted to be the educator. I'm not the collector. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Take me out. I'm not the collector. I consider myself to be well-rounded, but I have a lot of things that I'm working on. So if I'm building, if I got to choose 3 profiles, if I had to identify myself with 3 profiles, I think production quality is going to be number 1, hands down. I just think that when I came into the space, that's what it was most recognized, was production quality. You see what I'm doing now. That's number 1. Number 2, I'm going to say communication. I'm going to say communication. I'm gonna say communication. And then number 3, I'm going to say it's tough. I feel like I'm doing a self-appraisal for work. If I had to choose 3, this is why I say it makes it tough, because I'd be like 5, I can include those. But if I'm looking at myself, if I'm giving an honest evaluation of myself, production quality, communication, and then I'm gonna say authenticity. I'm gonna say authenticity. Now, where I've grown the most is in scent knowledge and nose development. I think that's where I've grown the most. I think that that's the collection, being a collector, I will never care about that. I don't care. To me, you're just in it for purely the love of the game. I told y'all from day one, I had aspirations on the business side. I told you I wanted to be the Netflix of Fragcom. I want to be Walmart. I want to be Costco. I want to be Sam's Club. Yeah. So take the collector out. There's some, I can't be a sales sniper. I can't be a sniper because I'm too honest. I can't be a sniper. I'm too honest. And when I say I'm too honest from the standpoint of I'm learning. I'm not at that point. This is why I tell y'all I study. I love Steven. I love Sebastian. And I love Angel. When you can talk about, I don't care how you feel about them. When you can talk about a fragrance. When you don't have a dog in the fight. When you can talk, when I can tell that you ain't on the left or the right. It ain't red pill, blue pill, it's purple pill. When I can tell that it's just like, you know, you just talking about the fragrance. That is, bruh, that's I don't think y'all understand how valuable that is. That's why the brands rock with them. Brands rock with them heavily, man. Because here's what I can't do. I appreciate that subscribe, real. When I say I don't want to be a sniper because the conversion is not great, because I can't get on camera. Prime example. Let's take Dossier for example. Let's take Dossier. Let me use Dossier. Dossier didn't ask me. Let me go full screen for a second real quick. Dossier did not ask me. I have a couple of Dossier fragrances that I purchased on my own. Dossier sent me 3 fragrances, right? They didn't ask me to do a long form video. A lot of brands, they will send you a brief and they will tell you what to say, what not to say, the brief, this, that, and the third. Some of it is understandable. Some of it is controlled. Some of it is, I'm gonna say what I want to say. Because you want access to my audience, but you want to control how I communicate with my audience. No, I will filter what you ultimately want to the audience. That's why I say communication. Some of us, because I don't want to separate myself. The reason I made the video the other day, people complaining about PR, because I'm like, yo, the brand doesn't trust you yet. They're not going to send you PR because they have not found you to be trustworthy. It does not mean that you're not trustworthy. You got to look at it from the standpoint of, would I leave my child with you? Where is your portfolio? I keep telling y'all, marketing is how you feel about yourself. Y'all go to these people and you get in these DMs and you hype yourself up and you say, I did. Branding is how your audience feels about you. So it don't matter what you say about yourself. What do people say about you? So the people pay attention to comments. They pay attention to analytics. They pay attention to engagement. They pay attention to how people respond to you. So the brief, they didn't ask me to do a long form video. I'm gonna do a long form video regardless. The video they wanted was like 40, 50 seconds. I don't even think it was even a minute. They didn't even want you to do it with an actual camera. They wanted you to do it with a phone. They did not want you to say the name of the actual fragrance that is cloning or an impression of or whatever. They did want you to make mention of they use natural products. What? Man, I don't care nothing about that. Listen, that's Burberry Goddess. That's Love Don't Be Shy. That's Dior Sauvage. Dry down on This Is Beautiful. This is actually a very good depiction of Love Don't Be Shy. It's not as dense, it's not as thick. This is a, I don't want to say watered down version, but if you think the Ambroxan and Dior Sauvage is too strong, go with this. You're going to get more of the fruit, more of the citrus, more of the bergamot. It's going to be citrus forward. That's me. Where that trash at? Respectfully. Where is it? I hate to call it trash. It's probably not nowhere near me. Lattafa, New York, Lattafa City of Pride, New York, whatever it's called. If you gon' see, my problem is when y'all put PR in the hands of, if it's an original creation, when you send PR out, tell them the same way Dossier said, do not mention what this is cloning. Because if you tell me that Lattafa fragrance is supposed to be a clone of French Defense, which is one of my favorite fragrances, and y'all know I judge clones harshly, I'm gonna rip you to shreds, respectfully. That's when we gotta take subjectivity out of it. That's why I say I can't get on camera just for the sake of a view or a sale to be like, hey man, this is on its own, but you didn't let it be on its own. You said this is a clone. So now I'm forced to judge it as a clone. And you've heard me say this, my beef with clones, I have built my base. That's why I be like, some of y'all don't understand context and read between the lines. The majority of my base has been on Middle Eastern fragrances, but y'all can't sit here and say that I sit here and say, this is better than this is better than the OG. If anything, y'all get sick of me because y'all be like, Walt, you talk too much. You give too much context. No. I've built my reputation on being like, we're not gonna lie about no food and we're not gonna lie about no fragrances. So if the OG is not spicy, if the clone is spicy, I'm not gonna like it. Does it smell good? Cool. Yeah, but don't add pepper and nutmeg and olibanum and all this spice just so you can increase the longevity. Me personally, I don't like that. Because you put the product in the hands of people that go out here with this one-to-one narrative that doesn't exist. And I'm like, now here we go. And now y'all mad at everybody. And now everybody think we lying, we shilling, we bought. And so it makes it hard for those of us out here who are really trying to do y'all a favor to be like, yo, this ain't Dior Sauvage. It put you in the mind of Sauvage. It's the Ambroxan is not as loud. It's not as thick. Dior Sauvage has, and you try to, I work in IT. Let me put it like this. So this will help y'all understand me if you don't know by now. I work in IT. I'm a techie. Most time, the old people y'all think work in IT, you thought they looked like out the Revenge of the Nerds movie. People that were always smart and tech savvy didn't have social skills. I have social skills first. I have communication skills first. I could care less about that computer. I could care less about the device. I want you out my face and I want you off my phone. I want you out my chat. I want you out my email. I'm trying to solve this problem. Here's the problem. You're not techie. I'm going to bring it together in a second. So I can't come at you talking about RAM and memory and LAN and MAC addresses and DNS servers and all of this kind of stuff. You're gonna be like, Walt, what are you talking about? Just make it make sense. Make it plain. Put it to me in a way I can understand. So you got to take something high level Make it applicable. Make it make sense to the person that understands it so you can help them and solve the problem as fast as possible. I view life in that the same way. I believe church should operate in that way. I believe religion should operate in that way. Don't be deep, spooky, mystical, all this stuff up here. No, Jesus came from heaven to earth to show us the way. Bring that junk down to my level where I can understand it. But people don't want to be like Jesus. They want to be like Paul. They want to be higher. They want to be better. They want to be big. I want to be this. I want to show off. You starting to understand how we connect the dots? That's what I want. I want to connect the dots. I want to see the light bulb go off to be like, okay, dang, that makes sense. I understand that. Because VT said something so important earlier. He said, any fragrance that y'all have recommended, it smelt just like you said it did. Now, that may not mean that I like it. I may get this fragrance and I may like it more than Walt likes it. But you know what? It smelled like Walt said it did, and I respect that. This smells exactly how Walt said it smells. I thought I was gonna like it. I don't like it. That's what we don't have enough of. We got too much lying and stuff going. We got too much sniping. I'm gonna stop saying lying. We got too much sniping going on in the community, man, for the sake of something. We got too much of that. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said, and I don't like passive aggressive stuff. So if y'all want to know what my pet peeve is with creators, going back to what Parmesan said earlier, and they know, I've called these names several times before. Jealous, insecure people who do nothing but get online and cry about what other creators have going on, why they getting flown out, why they don't get a phone call, why they don't get a text message, why don't nobody invite them to the event, this, that, and the third. And now that passive aggressive, that stuff bothers me. Now that's what I can't stand. That's where you fall out with me right there. So this is why it bothers me. If you gonna read notes, let me say this, and let me say this to everybody. I'm not talking junk about not one particular person. Going back to Jim's point earlier, we got grace, but mercy is limited. Let me help you with something. Because fragrance deserves better than what we've been getting it. And we got to help the people that's coming into the space. Everybody is not gonna be a savant. Everybody, let's go back over here and look at the attributes. If everybody is not going to be Mr. Scent Knowledge, everybody is not going to be Mr. Nose, everybody is not going to be able to break that stuff down. You reading this fragrance has bergamot, pepper, star anise, lavender, nutmeg, geranium, patchouli, amberwood, vetiver. I can read that myself. Butterfly in the sky. Take a look. It's in a book. Nobody cares. Now understand as part of fragrance reviews, you just want to say, hey, this is what's in there. It is cringy. It is cringeful when you talk about the fragrance that you say you know, and you doing this right here. No, just tell us what it smells like. What does bergamot smell like? What does pepper smell like? What does caramel smell like? What does pineapple smell like? What does a popanac smell like? What does labdanum smell like? What does Peru balsamic, acagilli wood? Just tell me what it smells like. I can read it for myself. But some of y'all make a fool of yourself when you sitting here like we don't see it. That has nothing to do with you being a savant. That has nothing to do with you being Mr. Nose and this, that, and the third. Just stop doing it. Just stop doing it. Just stop. That's cringy. That's cringy. That's cringy. Like when I tell you that's cringy, that is, I'm talking about like that is cringy. Even if you gonna read it, there's a way to do it. Yo, let's take a look at what's in the fragrance. But I'd rather you start out when you spray it or when you get the fragrance. This is what, okay, you know, I feel like I'm getting some type of citrus. I don't know really what it is. It kind of smells like lemon, but it's not as sharp as lemon. So it could be bergamot because sometimes bergamot gives that off. I'm getting a sweetness here. It's like a fruity sweetness. It kind of smells like grape. It kind of like, it's amazing to me. We eat food every day. Like fragrance is most related to food and music. So I don't understand why people have a hard time describing some notes. Like pineapple smell like pineapple. Mango smell like mango, but it could be like a green mango. You'd be like, it's kind of got this not quite ripe mango, or it's like this heavy, syrupy, sweet mango. That's what I mean when I say something is fresh, something is sweet, something is clean. Is it Lysol clean? Is it Glade air freshener fresh? Is it cake sweet? Is it patty pie sweet? That's what I be like. You can describe the fragrance, what you're smelling. I'm not saying be out here and be Bob, I'm about to say Bob Barker. What's my man that paint? I'm not saying you gotta paint this canvas, because everybody is not gonna do that. Everybody is not gonna be as descriptive with words, paint this canvas. I'm not saying you got to do that. Some people can do that and they can be like, yeah, you really put me there. Like when I talked about Unseen, it's in my bag because it's packed because I'm going home in the morning. And I was like, yo, this fragrance literally smells like you're having a rough day. And you literally take a deep breath and you exhale. Like that's the feeling. Shout out to the subscribe, Wavy Pots, appreciate that. That's the feeling it gives me. Like it feels like the best hug. One of my followers was like, yo, like you made me think of my mom when you said that. That's what I'm talking about. I don't think that requires, well, I'm not gonna say it doesn't require a skill set. Just tell me what are you smelling? You ain't gotta be Michael Jordan and go 6 for 6 and never get a game 7. I don't even need you to be Big Shot Rob, you know what I'm saying? And come in and hit the shot at the end of the game. Bro, if all you can give me is 10 points, 7 boards, 6 assists, a couple of steals, you give me 20, 25 minutes. Give me that. I don't need you to close. Like LeBron right now, if all you can give me is LeBron and you playing in the dunker spot, give me that build. If all you can give me is authenticity and you can give me consistency and you can give me scent knowledge, you can give me IQ, we Gucci, we good, we go home. But I personally, with respect to everybody, entertainment, I believe there should be a level of entertainment in everything, but don't be so entertaining. Like, don't let your good be evil spoken of. Don't be so entertaining that it disqualifies you or it makes people like question, do you know what the heck you talking about? Your entertainment should not take away to be like, I'm starting to notice something about Walt. I don't know. I don't think Walt know what he talking about. You're going to have haters that say that. So I'm not talking about the one-offs, but I'm talking about when that starts to become your reputation, where it's like, right, wrong, and indifferent. So now you know. Now you know. Somebody asked, where would I put Daniel Renee? Daniel Renee, bro, I don't think y'all understand how big Daniel is. Daniel Renee is one of the few people that is bigger than fragrance. Maybe he might not be the few people. He might be he's bigger than fragrance. I think Daniel to me is in a class of his own. Daniel knows fragrances. Have y'all seen the video Daniel did with like his house, the crib, or one of the cribs he got? With this man got a room full of unboxing, not of stuff he got to do. Daniel to me is the one person that because of his background, like because of the music background, he's a literal superstar. He's a literal superstar. I mean, a literal, regardless of how you feel, he is a literal superstar. He is a literal superstar. So you're going, I think people would love to put him and just solely call him an entertainer or solely call him a sniper. Daniel might be on that Thanos. Daniel Renee might be Thanos of FragCon. He might have all the Infinity Stones, bro. Like for real. Like real talk. If we gonna keep it a buck. Now y'all been talking. Let me go to the bottom. Has anybody said anything about Curly and authenticity? A couple of people have. People said they would put Curly as a sniper. I'm gonna be honest. I don't watch a lot of Curly's content. I never watched a lot of Curly's content. I heard how people always talked about Curly. But I don't particularly watch a lot of Curly's content enough to come to my own conclusion. I'm going to put her in a sniper category because she can convert. But I'm gonna be honest with y'all. This is why I'm so hard on people. It's hard to get to that level and not know something. I mean, at some point you just, y'all, you at some point, just by the proximity of being around things, you got to learn something. You got to learn something. You got to know something. But you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Curly's production quality, them videos, they right. I loved her production quality from stuff that I would see. Yeah. But Daniel that's a different level. Daniel Renee is a different level. I think Daniel doesn't get the respect that he deserves. And I know a lot of people love to say Daniel like stirring up controversy, this, that, and the third, or whatever. Shout out to my guy Dez. Dez was telling us a story about Daniel was at an event recently, Southern Siege. And Dez, I don't think you'll mind me sharing this. And he was doing security for Daniel. And he was like, Daniel Renee is one of the most humble people. Like, this man stood on his feet for hours with no break, no nothing, and stayed and talked to, and I'm talking about to the last drop, for people that drove hours. Like, this man is a literal superstar who loves fragrance. So we respectfully gonna put Daniel in another category. He has ascended above FragCom. You know, does that mean he's perfect? Nobody's perfect. That's a different level. I think if I was Daniel, I'd be looking at Jeremy. But again, Daniel had a different level of fame that Jeremy didn't have. You know what I'm saying? So, I ain't gonna get into that. Dame, we not saying pause no more. We grown. I'm saying it to I'm over it. We're not saying pause no more. If you know me, you know me. I don't have a problem with gay people, but I'm not gay. So it is what it is. We ain't saying it no more. Scent knowledge versus nose development. That's a good question, Marion. All right. So scent knowledge is really more so understanding notes, understanding the chords. You understand the information. You understand the information. Like you understand what bergamot does, what bergamot is, typically where you're going to see bergamot. You can tell me who perfumed it. You can tell me the story behind it. You can tell me why they did. You can tell me what their signature is. Nose development is you can rip a fragrance to literally its raw material. So like, this is how people get caught up. Too many people rely on Fragrantica. This is why I say stop reading notes. Cause people even like, that's not in that fragrance. Like y'all do realize like Fragrantica, Parfumo, or even companies, like they're not required to put everything that's in the fragrance. Like you ever smelt the fragrance that clearly smells like mango, but there is no mango listed in the note breakdown? That's when we lean into things like sensory. Gems is somebody who has a very high sensory skill. I would say Gems is somebody that I know has a very high sensory skill. Gems is like a professor. Like Gems, respectfully, Gems, you know what I'm saying? Gems like a fragrance nerd. Like that's because Jim's the type of person, Jim's like, say if we get the same fragrance, he gonna ask you a question because he gonna test you. He gonna test you to be like, but did you get this? Because he want to see what you're gonna say. He gonna want to know why you like it, why you don't like it, what you got, what you didn't get. But did you get this? Or did you smell this? You know, because there's a level of subjectivity in everything. Prime example, he did an interview with shout out to Mike, day 3. And Mike was talking about how when he was watching EQ's live, I guess the accord that goes into the fragrance Edge of Eden, he was like, they didn't get the peppermint. And Jim's like, I'm not getting it either. You know what I'm saying? But somebody else to be like, I got the peppermint. You know what I'm saying? So the fragrance does have a subjectivity with certain things where it's like, that's the beauty of it. Like, I'm getting this, I'm getting that. Sometimes I'd be like, whoa, you need to go to the doctor. That does not smell like that. Like, if you start telling me that bergamot smells like if you told me bergamot smells like chocolate, I'm gonna tell you go to the doctor. If you told me bergamot smells like caramel, I'm gonna tell you go to the doctor. I'm gonna be like, something ain't right. I'm gonna be like, something's not right. I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna say something not right. You have certain notes and certain accords that, depending on where they're harvested from, they can give you, you know what I'm saying, different nuances from other things. But there's certain things where I'd be like, try it again tomorrow. And if you get the same thing, go to the doctor and just tell them run labs because something is wrong. That don't smell like that. That's not subjective. Something is wrong. And that's the other thing we don't understand. Like, there are a lot of things that affect how you smell things. It could be medication. It could be health. It could be your diet. It could be sick. It could be a lot of things going on. That's why first impressions to me sometimes are useless, because it's like, come back the next day, walk outside. Like, sometimes smelling the fragrance, like even when I do it inside of Sephora or Ulta in the store, like, bro, the store has a scent. The store itself, first of all, If Sephora is using an air freshener, let me know what the fragrance is. I want it. So if anybody got the inside track on that information, let me know. I want it. Or anybody that can synthesize that fragrance, let me know, because I want it. All right. But you talking about those are Draymond stats? Who wants to be Draymond? I tell you like this: 4-time champion, guaranteed first ballot Hall of Famer. See, here's the reality of it. And James, I know you're not talking about this, but like, let's just keep it a buck. That's just like how Jason always say, Michael Malone is Jordan from the elbow. Y'all know how y'all love to say that, which means it's mid. This goes back to the Grace thing. What's mid to me may be GOAT to somebody else. If they make because my thing is, I was like, if it's Jordan from the elbow, that's 6 rings. And to somebody, that's they GOAT. That's why I say this second quarter, I'm just getting back. I'm putting my head down, and we're going to talk about fragrance. We're going to smell fragrance. I love everybody. If I've said anything negative about anybody, I apologize. If I need to DM you, if I need to call you, I'll call you, whatever. If you felt some type of way, if I talked about your mama, if I said something out the way, I apologize. I was wrong. I am wrong. I'm sorry. I'll do better. I don't care. It could be Kyle. It could be whoever. Y'all do what you do. I love y'all. I sell it. And I'm not being facetious when I say this, because I ain't got time. I'm taking Raf's advice. I'm good. I'm good. Y'all, we in the middle of a war that don't nobody want to call it a war. Fragrance prices are about to shoot through the roof, which we already knew. This is not going to be over next week. It's going to last through at least midterms, because there's no benefit to really end it before the year is out anyway. Gas is already $4 for regular, which is crazy work depending on where you are. Some of y'all paying $5. Some of y'all almost paying $6. They still ain't funded TSA yet, even though the airports are moving quicker. I ain't got a dog in the fight. I'm literally sticking to my disclaimer. I like clones. I like designers. I like niche. If it costs $20 and I like it, I'm going to talk about it. If it costs $220 and I don't like it, I'm going to talk about it. If it's $275, I can't help it, I'm going to talk about it. Designer, all of it, that's all I got. I really want to be the bridge builder. As a matter of fact, I don't know if I want to be the bridge builder anymore. I don't know. I'm tired of talking about the industry in the community. But no, that's kind of how I've positioned myself. This is like, CNN with Tom Brokaw, like, yeah. So, all right. I'm still looking at comments. Eddie Calhoun says, I was impressed by your nose when you were reviewing Vanilla Aura out of the box and you picked up on the soapy note when you checked it. So that's the difference, Marion. Scent knowledge is this smells soapy. Scent nose development is, it technically could be the other way around. But yeah, technically be the nose development is there's a soapy accord here. Scent knowledge is that's Lily of the Valley. So I don't think people understood when I came into the space, like y'all, my first video, it had like definitions. Like, because people are coming to the space, like give grace, going back to what LD Whiskey said earlier. People come to the space and be like, yeah, man, it's got crazy sillage. No, it's actually pronounced sillage. People don't know that. First of all, people like sillage, what is that? People don't understand, like, that's the scent bubble. It aids in the scent trail, all those different. So my original videos, I used to put definitions in them. So I came into the space wanting to be, and because that's me, I'm an educator by nature. I'm a teacher by default. Everybody in my family, they're either preachers or they're educators. My mom is a retired teacher, 31 years. Come on, y'all. You're going to start and I'm a PK. You're going to start on both sides, like multiple generations. you're going to understand why I am wired the way that I am. I'm not faking. I don't know how to be anything other than me. Sometimes I come off loud. Sometimes I come off aggressive. Sometimes I come off irrational. No, not really. Sometimes I'm over rational. But sometimes y'all get mad because y'all be like, you talk too much. It is what it is. I came into the space, my videos, I talk about one fragrance for 20 minutes because I can talk about it for 30. I can talk about it for 40. I'd be like, you can't. That's my, in a world of Whoppers, what makes you a Big Mac. That's my secret sauce. That's what made me special. So one of the things I did is it's like, okay, Le Parfum is my favorite. Well, you know, at the time was my favorite fragrance. All right. And I always said it was Le Parfum and 1 Million Lucky. And then it was like, well, 1 Million Lucky and then Le Parfum. 1A, 1B. They would go back and forth until definitive. I was like, nah, 1 Million Lucky is the one I couldn't live without until Unseen. All right. And so, and that's another thing. Y'all stop being scared to say your favorite fragrance is something that don't cost $500. Y'all got to stop lying. That's another conversation. We gonna build the perfect subscriber. We're gonna do that. We're gonna do that later. The perfect follower, the perfect community member. Because some of y'all crazy. But I wanted to understand, what does iris really smell like? Because the iris in Le Parfum doesn't smell like the iris in Dior Homme, and it doesn't smell like the iris in Prada L'Homme. So I wanted to understand, all of these irises smell differently. I wanted to understand cardamom. Like, I know what vanilla smells, and there are different types of vanilla, but you can pretty much point out vanilla. But I wanted to understand benzoin and how benzoin also can come off like a vanilla. I wanted to understand tonka bean can also give off a level of booziness. The new Rayhan that's supposed to be based on the Guerlain Beauty House sent it out. I have it over there. That is it comes off crazy boozy. That's how much tonka bean is in it. There's no booze in the fragrance. Y'all, if I'm lying, I'm flying. I was talking to the guys the other night. It comes off very boozy. Sprayers Club, what's good with you? So I would go buy, you know, I'm not going to the lab to get raw materials, but I might pull up and go get essential oils. I used to go to candle making workshops and stuff all the time. You know, so they would have a lot of the oils and different things like that. I would buy a bunch of oils, not like the actual oils for the fragrance, but it's like, no, give me this raw material oil. You can go to Trader Joe's, or you can go to like Sprouts. You can go to Sprouts, Harris, wherever right now, but go to Sprouts like the farmer's market, or you can go to a real farmer's market. And you can literally get like levels of raw material, especially food related stuff. So spices. I wanted to start to understand rose is not just rose. VT earlier was talking about aldehydic. I wanted to understand that there's sometimes rose, because it can be so clean and it can give off this airy, almost mentholic type of feeling when you smell a rose because it's so fresh. It can almost come off, it can give a level of aldehydes. I am a nerd. I lean heavy into research. I lean heavy into analytics. That's how I ended up with that scammer. I got a table. That white, that thing right there behind there, I can't talk about it, but appreciate that subscribe, Will. I got a bunch of samples and stuff from CPS. Y'all, I have a routine. This is my routine. I get a fragrance. I'm gonna start showing y'all a lot of behind the scene content. So let's say, let's use Mango Paradise for an example. I get Mango Paradise. Let me pull up voice. All right. I'm gonna go to voice memos, or I'm gonna pull up my camera. I'm gonna hit record. I don't really do test to strip anymore. Unless, like, if I'm already wearing something, then I'll do test to strip, but I want to get it on the skin. So if I'll go try to wash my hands, clean myself off, alcohol, whatever, let it dry to the point where it's good. Not rubbing alcohol, because you can't really get rid of that smell, but isopropyl. And once that's clean, boom. Also, I then re-moisturize my hand. I don't want to do it on a dry hand. A moisturized hand with a non-scented lotion. Boom. Sit here. I'm recording. This is what I'm getting. All right. This is the feeling I have. Boom. Okay. And I'm walking through this. These might be like 15, 20-minute long voice notes. Because when I come back later, when I come back the next day, I'm going back to be like, do you feel the same? Did you get the same thing? That's one of the reasons I stopped. Y'all remember, I used to do a lot of first impressions. Like, take it out the box and then smell it. I've gotten back to that a little bit, but I've kind of stopped that. So my first impressions I give y'all are typically in the store. I rarely do an unboxing now with a first impression. That's come from scent knowledge and nose development, because I'm like, it's a waste of time. Because I know this is probably going to smell different tomorrow. It's going to smell different in a different setting. If I smell something in the morning versus if I smell something at night and I'm tired, I'm fatigued, I've been smelling all kind of stuff. These are the type of things that you got to take into account. That's what I do. I ain't saying you got to do that, but that's what I do. So when I'm giving you the feel and I'm telling you what I'm smelling and I'm trying to ascribe it to something so I can take something high level and transcribe it, so I can transcribe and translate it in a way that you understand it, so you can go communicate that to somebody else. That's the goal. That's why I wanted to do the scent breakdown with the sample of Or My Man. That I wanted to do that because I'm like, granted, it's kind of tough because we live, but I'm like, yo, anybody can read notes, but I'm like, yo, let's walk through this over a whole hour period. Let's see what I'm getting. Let's see if what you're getting is consistent to what I'm getting. Because most of y'all are good for this, but there are a lot of us, too many times, we be like, oh, such and such lied. No, you should have sampled it. You didn't want to sample it. You wanted to buy the bottle so you could flex, and you got caught. Everybody got mad at Rasasi Hawass London. And I'm like, have you smelt Brompton's Immortal? Never heard of it. So why did you think that you was gonna like that and you had no reference point for the original? That's your fault. You the new fool. I'm not blaming the influencer for that. That's your fault. Nobody makes us do anything. When I was watching Kix's live that night and they was talking about Sultani, I was about to pull the trigger. Will said, hold on, I got you. Will, if you still watching, am I lying? Ralph, I appreciate you on TikTok. Am I lying? Am I lying? Will sent me a sample. Is there some other stuff you want? This is what I got. Boom. Will hooked me up. I bought 2 of them fragrances. One is a third one. I'm gonna get the third one. I just ain't gonna wear it right now, so ain't no need for me to spend the money because I want some other stuff. But that Manhattan chair, yeah, that's coming home too. But I sampled it. Now, as soon as I smelt it, it was immediate. I was like, yeah, I gotta have. I ordered it immediately. Apex. Will, I told you. He said, how you like it? I said, it's something about it is giving me a headache. But what did I tell you? I said, I'm gonna try it again. I'm gonna wear it again. I think I might be tired. It might be the end of the day, whatever. I wore it again twice just to make sure. After that, and I knew, okay, I must have been tired, this, that, and the third, because I love the smell, but I was like, it's giving me a headache. When I was headache clear, Bet. I pulled the trigger. Let's make it happen. Cause I love the scent. I love the fragrance. I like this smells good. This was my first Roja, like full bottle. That's the first Roja I pulled the trigger on. And I'm like, okay, I understand why Roja gets the hype that it gets. I didn't never disunderstand because I have decants. I have sample of Rojas. I have samples of a couple BTVs or whatever. My beef with people is y'all act like BTV is equal to an 850 credit score or something. Like, my God, I'd be like, chill out. I cringe when I hear people say I can smell the lab denim or you can smell ylang. You can smell ylang ylang, Marion. And now lab denim, which is rock rose. See, people don't even know that. Lab denim is basically the name for rock rose. Which is what's the Clive Christian fragrance? Is it called rock rose? So I think there's two sides of that coin. One side, after you have smelled so much and you start to smell the same. This is why I say about proximity. Some of us should just be getting better. You shouldn't be lying 100 fragrances in. You got 100 videos and you still lying. Okay, whatever. You owe a bookie. You in a hole and you trying to get out. By happenstance, if you start to see or smell the same material in a lot of fragrances, and you've had some experience with that, you will get to the point where you be like, I'm picking up on the lab denim. Now, what I hate is when you go read the note and you be like, okay, all right, I get the lab denim. Okay, no. Tell me what you're getting first. Y'all notice I 50 says switch the style up. And if they hate, let them hate, watch the money pile up. So it's crazy, and I don't know if this happens to you. When I spray fragrances now, I get presented with the whole fragrance. Like my nose, I can smell the whole fragrance, and then it starts to go on the journey and piece it together. I don't know if it does that for you. It didn't used to do that, but that's the phase I'm in now, where I get presented with the fragrance, and then it's like, okay, now let's start to break it apart. And I'm like, okay, this is what this smells like. I'm not sure, could be wrong. But based on my experience with this is kind of what this smells like. There's something here that's familiar. I've smelt this in other fragrances. Like Osmanthus, for example. I'm like, I just smelled, like, that's a very distinctive note. I know I just smelt that in that fragrance the other day, which is why I don't like that. This definitely gives me those vibes. So I think there's that side of the coin where after you start to experience, but I call them yin yang twins. You can smell ylang ylang. The Scintillahia, matter of fact, oh my Lord, did I post that? I didn't post it. It's gonna have to wait till tomorrow then. I was supposed to post, and y'all think I'm lying. Real talk. So you can see it right here. You see it says today, 4:55 p.m. What does that say right there? Scintillahia Woody Lane. So I was supposed to post this. It'll get posted tomorrow. That threw me off. When I saw the name, I was like, I'm pretty sure this is gonna have them yin yang twins in it. As soon as I smelt it, the ylang ylang is the prominent note. Now, and I know you weren't talking about me, and I'm just saying, I think but it depends on the person. It depends on the level of trust you have with a person. So if you know a person's routine, you kind of like, man, you know doggone well. But if certain people, like if Jim said I smell ylang ylang, if Jim said I smell lab denim, I'm gonna be like, I believe he smelled lab denim. If I was watching the EQ video and EQ told me he picked, I'm like, I'm gonna believe EQ can smell that lab denim. Like if certain people told me they smell certain things, I'm like, I trust their nose. But if you ain't put that time in and you haven't, I'm just like, yeah, okay. You repeating stuff. What can you say, Mancera Amberful? I'm blind buying it. I have Mancera Amberful. I talk about it all the time. It is. I just did it. If you follow me on YouTube, I just did about 2 weeks ago. I want to say 2 weeks ago, I did a video and I included Amberful in it. Amberful is not really an amber heavy fragrance. It's going to give you woody. I'm going to tell you what the vibes is going to give you. It's going to put you in the mind of a very lesser Ganymede and a very lesser Bois Imperial. It's not the same thing, but they go to the same family reunion. That's that style that is going to push you in. You're just not going to have the minerality that you're going to get from those fragrances. So take the minerality out of it and you got the woodiness that's there. It's more of a sweet. Like Amberful is actually more fresh than people give it credit for, but you get like this sweet, fresh wood. I can't remember if it's either amberwood or cedarwood. It's one of the two. One of y'all can look it up and tell me. I don't know, but based on what I remember. And yeah, perfect work fragrance. Could be every day, but to me, perfect if you work inside the office, lawyer, teacher. Amberful is a good fragrance for that. Like you don't want a freshie, but you want something that still has some fresh elements. Amberful definitely. Yeah. Let's talk about reviewers that just remix what they see another reviewer say in a video. Yeah, that's a big thing, Will. That's a big thing. And we can tell. Somebody said that the other night when they said they bought Midnight Raspberry and they said, I stopped listening to you when you talked about Midnight Raspberry. I was disappointed in it because there were 3 other creators that used the same verbiage you use. That ain't my fault. That ain't, hey, Valerie B, appreciate the subscribe. I'm like, that ain't my fault. Because here's the thing, you can get caught. Prime example, who started the lie that Camera was an Angel Share clone? Bruh. I hate this live studio with TikTok. If you're not pressing this button, inactivity, it's gonna kick you out. But yeah. Oh, dang, it's 10 o'clock. All right, let me go to the bottom. I heard it has 540 vibes. You see what I'm saying? It smells nothing like that. Nothing. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Sometimes we get in trouble because if the right person that has influence mentions something, it catches like wildfire. That fragrance smells nothing, not even remotely like 540, like BR 540. Nothing, like nothing. So that's the thing. That's it. That's what that right there is a perfect. I'm not talking about you, Bert. I'm not. That is a perfect example of what I'm talking about. That's when I say either you copying somebody, you being funny, or you need to go to the doctor because it don't smell like that. Yeah, it's 10,000 other things. Yeah, it's 10,000 other things that you could get for BR 540. Yeah, I don't know who started that lie. I remember the first time I smelled Camera because I had smelled Angel Share in Neiman Marcus, and the first time I smelled Camera, and I was like, this don't smell like that. Where did this come from? Now, one of the things that I just seen a recent podcast episode with Daniel Renee where he talked about they had been working on Commerce, I think, for 18 months. See, what bothers me is people that say stuff and they don't put out a retraction. Because if I was the brand and I gave a product to somebody and they said that, I'd be like, hey, you need to retract that. You clear that up, because that's not what that is. Like, clear that up. Clear that up. That's because these clones don't be clones. People just be brainwashed or their nose isn't developed enough to understand the DNA. Exactly. I remember when somebody said Oud for Glory has a similarity to, that's crazy. That's crazy. Commerce was definitely hyped. I think you gotta remember Commerce was what Club De Nuit Intense Man was to Armoff. Commerce was really, to me, Latifah's response to Armoff to say, anything you can do, I can do better. I can do anything better than you. Took him a little while. Cause 2015, you know, is when and that's why I see people say all the time, these clone companies should start making original fragrances. I was like, do y'all realize how long they've been around? How long Latifah has been around? Al Haramain, Risasi, all of these companies, they made original fragrances. Y'all won't buy them. You won't buy them because you didn't know about them. That's number one. So if you didn't know about them, you couldn't check for them. That's number two. Until you had somebody like Neeb to really introduce us all to them. That's number three. It's really about access and accessibility, which is why people need to give more grace, because we are in a world now where people only have a reference point for Latifah. Now, they say Commerce is a clone for Angel Share. That's bad. But if you say Angum, woo, boy, I keep saying it. People running into Walmart to get body wash because they be like, girl, that smell like that Latifah Angum. They don't know that Angum is Burberry Goddess. And we got to stop being the grumpy old men. We got to stop. It happens in every industry. But we sound like boomers. We sound mad. We get mad at people who they honestly don't know no better. And it also, going back to the grumpy old men, if I can look at your videos and you got $20,000 worth of niche in your background, what you mad about? I don't understand that. Now y'all gonna have to help me with that. I'm never gonna understand that. I'm never going to understand why when I'm looking, I'm like, out of all the things you have to talk about, you worried about what Latifah got going on. Why? That's why I be like that insecurity, that pride, that jealousy, it be coming out, yo. Yeah, Angum is definitely I love Angum. Good night, Will. Appreciate you coming through. But to me, Teriyaki Intense, Musamum Black Intense is what it's like, man. Commerce was good, but Teriyaki Intense is what Commerce wish it was. That's a different, but Commerce was Commerce. Then Latifah start getting notoriety. Then it's like, all right, Quentin Beach, come in. Yeah. Black Sapphire, great. Spread Commerce smells good. I'll give it that, but definitely not a quality fragrance. It is what it is. Its own thing. Yeah. Commerce was super hyped, and I think almost every influencer referred to it as a clone or inspired by Angel Share. The bottle, appreciate the subscribe. The bottle was somewhat similar, but yeah, I don't understand. Facts. Facts. So many people was facts. Facts. There's a very I ain't gonna say no names, but there's a very super popular influencer that got caught up copying the here's the thing. On a personal level, do you care for karma? You might not. I tell you what, I bet you karma get you a compliment though. I bet you karma get you a compliment. I bet you karma get you a compliment. You need Amberful. Bro, Amberful is a beautiful, I don't understand why the Mancera lovers don't talk about Amberful more. It's one of Mancera's best fragrances. Like everybody automatically, you think Mancera, you think Drop Boise. Okay, that's their Blue de Chanel, that's their Venice. It's good, but they got like Amberful is good. Vetiver Sensual is amazing. It's phenomenal. Like Mancera they got a lot. Most people say y'all got too many fragrances. You know what I'm saying? But no, not yet, Rock. But it's coming. It's coming. Not yet. because if y'all want, I got some bottles coming in of Michael Malloy Alpine, whatchamacallit Alpine Ocean Noir. If you know where to get them, do what you do. I'm not talking to you. So don't be at my throat. Now I will say pause because I did just say a lock that Dave. I'm sorry. I will say it that time. I'll go back on my word. But do I think Massage Infused or that Boo Jeremy Hectic is a better imagination clone? I already have Joe. If you already Doughboy, if you already have Full House, just stick with Full House. Once you, I hate to say once you get one, you have them all, because there are different nuances. Like Full House is a sweeter play on that imagination DNA. And full transparency, I do want a bottle of Boo Jeremy Hectic because I smelt it on a person in the hair store and it did not smell like imagination. I was like, what are you wearing? And they was like, Boo Jeremy Hectic. Like it's an imagination. I said, that ain't imagination. That did not smell anything like imagination. It smelled phenomenal. It smelled amazing. So I was like, I want to get it just to see what it's like, to get it on skin. To get it on skin. Yeah, Will not. I know he gotta go, but I know Will had to go, but yeah, Will sent me 5 samples. 3 are definite purchases. The girl line, the Fort Cologne, the Ideal Fort Cologne. I've tried. It's competing. It's too much on my skin. Do I need to get the new Joe Milano or just stick with Artie Universe? Stick with Artie Universe. So the new Joe Milano is based. Well, see, with Blue Talisman clones, it's tough because Artie Universe is a very sweet play on Blue Talisman, where Tarafi Electrique is a fruitier. So you get more of the pear. Electrique. So this is how I talk about it. To me, personally, if you're looking for the closest 1-to-1, Anarchy, the red one. Is over. From LR Lux, Anarchy, I think it's No Rules. It's in a red bottle. To me, that is the closest if you're looking for 1-to-1 from opening to dry down. If you T has one, oiled up. I'm the man. That leans into the pear. Blue Spell is people love Blue Spell. Blue Spell is good, but it leans into the powder. To me, Blue Spell is a very clean play on Blue Talisman. Tarathi Electric from F9, a great blend. Like, it's smooth, you could drink it, but it is fruity. The pair there is fruitier. Art of Universe is dense, is sweeter, is loud. So, like, you know how Dame loves Rare Reef from F9? That's kind of what Art of Universe is to that Blue Talisman DNA. What Joe Milano did with Black Sapphire, and y'all be live Monday because I'm giving one away, and I do got samples available. If you order a sample, I've already put a note on the website. I won't be fulfilling samples until I get back on Tuesday, but just FYI. So don't be emailing me or DM me talking about my order ain't going through yet. It's good. It's good. It's not a fair comparison because it's based on the X Streak. But if y'all don't believe me, ask Kix. I don't think Kix is still watching, but Kix talked about it. Kix talk about it. Lemaire, you asked about Dynasty. It came in the day. It's so good. How do I spray it? What do you mean? I know you're talking about this Dynasty, but what do you mean? How do I spray it? I'm a skin sprayer. Appreciate that subscribe, Andreas. I spray it everywhere. Like, if you're talking about routine, I'm always hit the side of the neck, the back of the neck. I'm always hit chest. I hit the inside and the outside of my arms. Yeah. Dynasty, I don't spray any different than I do anything else. I'm probably doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2 on the back, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, at least 10. I think most of my fragrances, they get at least 10. They get at least 10 sprays. They get at least 10. And that's my routine. Side, like behind, because like I'm probably, especially if I'm putting on a particular oil or something like that. So Dynasty, I have this oil that I got. It's not a particular fragrance. I can't think of the name right now, but it gives me like, it's like a black tea style type of oil or whatever. Like, it gives me tea vibes. Another oil that I wear with Dynasty is Fendi to make it brighter. Sometimes I want to bring out, I want to make it a little bit fruitier, make it brighter, almost like like if you increase the peach, if you ain't got a medicine ball. So instead of getting it with water, get it with lemonade. So I have a Fendi oil that I like the Rihanna fragrance Fendi that I love, that brightens up that tea and makes it a little bit fruitier. Like, just like if you went to Starbucks and say, let me get a medicine ball with lemonade instead of water. That's how I feel. Like, I'm looking at fragrances like that. Yeah. Gotta be Corey. What's the best City of Stars, dude? Joe Milano, Game of Spades, All In. All In is I get about 6 hours, Lemaire, 6-7 hours. All In did what I would have expected Louis Vuitton to do. When I smelt City of Stars the first time, it wasn't like, I was like, okay, this is cool. It was distinct because of that TR flower. I was like, but it's not something that's crazy. When Joe Milano did All In and they took that TR flower, said, okay, woo! They shot that junk up to the moon. It's a lot of it. I was like, whoa. Because, and I'm gonna get ready to get out of here, real talk, because I didn't expect it to get here this long. One thing about tropical fragrances is they can start to get redundant. So you will have a lot of tropical fragrances that start smelling the same. The one thing I appreciate about the City of Stars DNA, but what Joe Milano did with it, it is a very distinct, like, you're not gonna have too many things that smell like that. maybe because that tiara flower gives off this green floral in a herbal kind of way, not like in a vegetable type of way, but when a herbal type of way. So we talked about how what's the other fragrance? Oh my god, I was talking about Dunn River Falls in Jamaica. I can see the fragrance. It might have been Safari Breeze, but how you get these tropical nuances, like you're smelling flowers, but you're smelling flowers that are planted, like the ocean is over here. Like you got the ocean. Like you're not going to the ocean to swim. You just happen to live by the ocean. And matter of fact, you might be on a cliff, so you might actually have to walk down to actually go on the beach, get to the ocean, but you can hear it. You can smell the salt that's coming off of the ocean. But you got this flower over here that's right in front of your face. That's what you get. That's what you get. All right. So appreciate that, Mr. Ricks. So 901 Kid, you are absolutely right, which is why I also use bro. HG. I'm about to say hydrochlorothiazide. What's the ointment? Hydro. Dang. Y'all start naming stuff. Not Neosporin. It's like a triple antibiotic ointment. I'm looking at it in my head. Triple. It's not Neosporin, but it's something in that same range. Hydrocortisone. If I spray something on the front of my neck, so in the wintertime, you can get away with it. Like this time of the year, if I'm going to spray something in the front of my neck or like on my chest area, I put on hydrocortisone. Thank you, April. I put on hydrocortisone, especially for black men or men of color. And cause I don't shave. I ain't never, I don't put razors on. We go straight clippers. But for some people that can be a problem. But thank God I don't, when it comes to razor bumps, ingrown hairs or what, like I have always been a stickler for that. And I don't struggle with that. So that has always been a thing for me where I didn't want to be walking. But like in the summertime and you're sweating and sweat and dirt and all of these things mixed in, especially if you're wearing jewelry and certain things like that. So I always typically put hydrocortisone on the front. But you are right. Yeah, but derail B, yeah, citrusy, that citrusy flower is what you get. Yeah, like I love it. All right. Yeah, or you can do A and D. I just use hydrocortisone myself. But yeah, some people may use A and D or whatever. Yeah, it's just certain things. Like your routine changes because it's hot. And you know what I'm saying? It's hot outside. And if you sweat and different things like that. So yeah. Yeah, but all in is fire. All right, I'm getting ready to wrap up here. What fragrance bottle have you finished? Lucky. I've finished multiple bottles of Lucky. I finished multiple bottles of La Mela Parfum. I've finished multiple bottles of Montclair Sunrise Perron. I've finished. I'm on the second bottle of Lamar. I have the second bottle of this. I finished a bottle of Cedroc Boise. I finished a bottle of Carbon. Actually, I finished 2 bottles of that. I actually like Carbon. The bottle I got now has a little bit left in it. I, 'cause, 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 ' Hawass. It's not a lot, but it's a couple of others. Yeah. And I'm talking, this ain't got nothing to do with decanting. I'm talking pre-decanting. It's a couple others. But yeah. 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 New York Nights, I finished a bottle of. My Dua clone of New York Nights, I finished a bottle of that. It's something else I finished. Wild Card, finished. Liquid Broom, finished. There's something else. Something I'm forgetting. Oh! Odyssey Aqua. Odyssey Aqua. Best Pacific Chill dupe. If you want the best smelling one, to me, well, bonus, I mean, this is good. This is good. This is good. I think the Spectrum Chill from Ahmed, I think it smells the best. The performance is the worst. If you want the best performance, Carbon, not Carbon, Rare Reef from Afnon, this is gonna give you the best performance. But best overall, I think Bonus is probably the best overall. And Imagination to me is Marwa. I'm gonna say Marwa. I thought I had it around here. Oh, right here. To me, I'm gonna say Marwa as it relates to Imagination. All right. But yeah, Twizzy. What fragrance will I buy no matter my age? I mean, I'm always buy. I'm gonna keep buying La Mer Le Parfum. I'm gonna keep buying Odyssey Aqua. I'm gonna keep buying 1 Million Lucky. Y'all gonna see me finish this bottle of Unseen. Yeah, 8 to 10 normally. Yeah, and I agree, Bobby. Dynasty is not weak by any means. It'll get you. Need something like Narcotic Delight. It's probably over there. Go on Neeb's website. Go on Neeb's website, Nocturne. Xena Nocturne. Or you can get Yamin Leo's version. So cheaper version is Xena Nocturne. You can get it from Neeb's website, shoparomatics.com, because that's where I got mine. It has kind of like this cherry soda Dr. Pepper type thing going on with it. So it's got a little fizz to it. Which I do appreciate the twist they put on it. Yamin Leo's I think is a little bit better. Spectrum Chill is strong for about an hour. Yeah, that to me the second best version is Yamin Leo's. But it starts to come off more like banana. But that Dua Night in New York is crazy. Is there any fragrance that you refuse to wear a rendition of and will only wear the OG? Creed Royal Oud. I'm tough. If I had the blue cap Virgin Island water, I'd probably feel that way. La Mer Le Parfum. I won't wear any other clones because none of them are good. It's something recently I said is unclonable. Musk Therapy. That's good. That's a good question. Y'all trying to keep me up here longer. French Defense. Yeah, French Defense. French defense. Yeah, French defense. I think I would add Blonde Amber to that list. I don't have a full bottle of it, but I would add that to the list. I'm trying to think, man. I'm trying to think. I'm surprised they haven't come out with a clone for it yet, but I see it coming. Is probably Bohemian Lime. They've done Ingenious Ginger, they've done Silky Woods, they've done Pacific Rock Moss. But Bohemian Lime, to me, if you don't get the dry down, is going to be very, very, very tricky. Yeah, that's about it. I think anything else is clone. If anybody try to clone House of Dust Iron, I'm not gonna wear it. Oh, Argos. Anything Argos, I won't wear the clone. I won't wear the clone. Wulong Sha or Neptune's Trident. Wulong Sha or Neptune. Hold on. Now you're being funny when you say that. I know you meant Argos. When you being yes, Hanaki and Cedarwood is fire from Joe Malone. I know why you're saying that, because Neptune's Trident is definitely inspired by Wulong Sha. See, it's cool when they do it. It's a problem when I do it. I told you this is why I get in trouble. I talk too much. I'll be honest. I like what Argos did. I like what Argos did. I plead the fifth. I plead the fifth. I plead the fifth. What are two different fragrances? Wulong Sha. No, I mean, like, Wulong Sha and Neptune's Trident are two different fragrances. Neptune's Trident definitely leans heavier on the fruit aspect. But there's a clear inspiration. There's a clear inspiration. A clear inspiration. No, I'm telling y'all something. I'm telling y'all something. I ain't. Argos is Argos. You can try. Oh, you talking about Spectrum Chill and Rare Reef? Oh yeah. My bad, Larry. I'm about to say, yeah. Stupid fishing. You tried to catch me with that one. Wulong Sha, you're going to get more of the tea. So Neptune's Trident has 2 T's. Jupiter's Lightning has 1 T. Neptune's Trident has 2 T's. Jupiter's Lightning has 1 T, because they're like first cousins. Neptune's Trident definitely was babysat by Wulong Sha. Wulong Sha, the tea almost starts to lean in the green territory, where Neptune's trident stays on the fruit side of things. I plead the fifth, bro. I plead the fifth. Like they, yeah. No, I don't want no parts. I don't want no parts. I don't want no parts. Yeah, keep me out of that. Keep me out of that. How's the rare carbon from Afnon? It's one of Dame. You see that guy right there? It's one of Dame's favorite fragrances. It's loud. It's loud. It's loud. Yeah, it's loud. Do I have a favorite perfumer? Yo, I'm gonna be honest with you. I like a lot of Jordi Fernandez's stuff. Yeah, I like a lot of. Hey, stupid fish, and get a decant. Get a sample of both, and you gotta wear them. Get it, because you're gonna see what I'm saying. You're gonna the opening. You're gonna be like they're not they're not the same fragrance, but you can tell there's like, okay, there's some clear inspiration here. But yeah, no, not carbon. Yeah, that he talking about rare carbon. Oh, my bad. Did I read that wrong? Did I read it wrong? Oh, rare carbon from Afnon. I gave it away. It's too strong. So if you like ombre leather and it's OD, yeah. I'm gonna be honest with you, Adonis. I've never thought about it until the other day. I was actually having a conversation. I like a lot of Jordi stuff. I think I love Quentin. I think everybody loves Quentin Biche. I like Quentin Biche's approach. To like, you know, Quentin Biche is very diverse, but he does well with ambers. Jordi does well with like musk. To me, he does well with musk, and I'm a musk fan. But I'm gonna tell you something. Richard Erpin, that works with House of Dustan, has quickly become one of my people. Hawass London. All right, y'all. But yeah, I've heard it's a good take on it. Trump. I'm gonna tell you why I'm like, nah. I wasn't too hot on the Yom version, and I ain't too hot on the Fragrance World version. You know, if you spraying, no, see, that's what I'm saying. I don't. Yeah, I don't want to do it, D-Web. I don't want to do it. No, but they're two different fragrances, but yeah. Joe Milano Gold Line. What is that? I gotta go, y'all. I've been out here way too long. Wait, this new? Wow. First time I'm hearing about it. First time I'm hearing about it. All right, y'all. Y'all be easy. Have you ever got your nose on Glorious Oud by, yeah. To me, musk therapy is so clean. I don't think you can touch it. 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 Musk, because it is the perfect, like, either you're gonna go animalic musk, or you're gonna go like more of a sweet yellow musk. Like, it's gonna be hard. Like, wherever Initio got that musk from, you're not gonna be able to replicate that musk. Just like Joe Milano's version. Because we just had this conversation in the chat the other day. Shout out to my guy Stan, the clone collector. He was asking, yo, is there a clone of Must Therapy? I was like, you can try, but buy Must Therapy. I just personally, I'm like, Joe Milano tried it. They it's too much animalic musk. Or I'm like, Must Therapy smells great on my skin. I love it. I love it. I'm sorry, platform, but I've been streaming 2 hours and 46 minutes. And I don't even know how I got here. So, yeah. Bois Imperial is good. Yeah, The Rock, we give them what they want. Yeah, leave Triumph of Bacchus alone. I appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate y'all. Hey, everybody that's watching on IG, everybody that's watching on YouTube, everybody that's watching on TikTok. TikTok, we had to do it, restart 3 times, but hey, y'all be easy. Name a few Arabia prestige fragrances. Ahmad, I just showed you 2. Yeah. Here you go. Mahad Al-Dahab, banger. Marwa, banger. You can go get if you like leather with your blue talisman or suede, boom, Cold Opulence. There you go. I gave you 3. I'm a huge fan. Better than Liquid Broom. Lutfa, Light in the Heart. Has a little bit more spice in there, kind of that cinnamon, kind of like Grand Soir. 7th Heaven, Imperial Valley. Fire. All right, I gotta go. Last question. Y'all be easy, man. Hey, don't forget, go back, check this out. Influencer Builds, man. Influencer Builds. Go watch the replay, share it with somebody. Yeah, feel free. Feel free. Feel free.